today I'll be explaining the basics of the abdominal incisions. As you can see, I have drawn the diagram of the abdomen here. The subcostal incision in the right part is the Caucher's incision. It is parallel to the subcostal margin. Then there is the upper and lower midline incision. Then there is the paramedian incision. There is the transverse incision, the McBurney's incision, also known as the gridiron incision, and the Feinstein incision. First, we'll talk about the midline incision. It is along the linea alba, and it is both above and below the umbilicus. The advantages of taking an incision above the umbilicus is that it is a bloodless field. Then no muscle fibers are cut, as we know that below the umbilicus the linea alba is present, where many muscle fibers attach. So if we take a incision above the umbilicus, no muscle fibers will be cut and no nerves will be injured. It gives access to both the sides. As we know, it is a midline incision. It gives access for surgery on both of the sides. The healing is poor and there are many incisional hernias, hence it is preferred to put a mesh after the surgery to prevent post-operative incisional hernias. In the lower part below the umbilicus, there is lesser problem of incisional hernias, as the recti are in close proximity to each other. So incisional herniation of bowel is not that common. The paramedian incision, as you can see here, it is better than the midline incision in terms of herniation of bowel. That is, there is less herniation of bowel post the surgery. It is 1 inch lateral to the midline and parallel to the midline. It is anterior wall of the rectus sheath is cut and it is exposed laterally. The posterior wall of the rectus sheath is also cut. The anterior wall of the rectus sheath, posterior wall of the rectus sheath, the fascia transversalis and the peritoneum, these 4 structures are cut, and the nerves and the muscles are also shifted laterally to get the view of the field. Incisional hernia is minimal, as we know that the muscles get inserted on the linea alba and the paramedian incision is parallel to the linea alba, so so there is no damage done to the insertions of the recti, hence there is less occurrence of incisional hernia. The McBurney's incision, as we can see here, it is a transverse incision which is in the right, which is done for appendicectomy. It is oblique incision in the right iliac fossa. As we can see, this is the McBurney's line which runs from the umbilicus to the ASIS, and the McBurney's or gridiron incision is taken with the approximation of lateral 2/3 and medial 1/3 of the McBurney's line. It is taken approximately 2 inch above the ASIS. It is also known as the muscle splitting. It is also known as the muscle splitting incision, as 3 main muscles are split. That is external oblique, internal oblique, and the transverse abdominis. Then there is the Caucher's incision, which is the right subcostal incision, which is taken 2 to 3 inch below the right subcostal margin, parallel to the subcostal margin. It is taken for surgeries regarding the gallbladder and its ducts, such as cholecystectomy, open cholecystectomy. Then there is the Feinstein incision. It is taken taken below the umbilicus, and it has its convexity towards the lower part of the body, and it is useful for hysterectomies, open hysterectomies, then cesareans and oophorectomies. And it is used for exploring the field of view in the pelvic cavity. Thank you.